So the difference between HIV and AIDS is, and we can go over it, but HIV is a virus and AIDS is the disease. So in the field, we're kind of just focusing on the HIV right now. And so we know HIV stands for human immunodeficiency virus, right? You can Google how to spell it, the immunodeficiency, but essentially what it is, it's a virus that's contracted through different bodily fluids. So things like blood, semen, vaginal fluids, anal fluids, and breast milk are scientifically proven to transmit HIV through different intercourse, like through sex or through like drug use. So that's what HIV is. It's a virus. I think the biggest issue is the stigma around it. HIV is a very misunderstood disease, or a very misunderstood virus, and AIDS is a misunderstood disease. There's people that still think that you can get HIV if you touch someone, and you can't. And then there's the stigma about getting tested, and the fear of what if I become positive. So people aren't getting tested. They're having sex. They're passing it on, and there's a much higher rate than there should be, because we live in a society that has a lot of stigma around HIV. So I would say that's probably the biggest issue. You need to get tested. It's the only way that you can 100% know. There's certain symptoms, but unless you get tested, you're not gonna know. And we live in a society that kind of shames people that have HIV. And I think the more that we educate each other and enlighten ourselves about the disease, and just know that your mom could have it, your neighbor could have it, your teacher could have it. Anyone can get it, and it's not something that happens to bad people. There's people that have sex one time with someone who they thought was monogamous with, and they love them, and they ended up getting it, but they didn't know, right? So I say it's the stigma.
Okay, so what is your advice with young people who are diagnosed and scared with?
Definitely, I'd say for people that maybe recently been diagnosed, to know that this is not the end of the road. This is just another part of your life that you're gonna keep living with. Like I say, you get to a certain age where it's not happening to me, knock on wood, but where you go balding and it's what now? Or maybe you gain a little bit of weight, what now? This is, you can treat this or see this as kind of that. It's just another factor in your life. There's people that love you, there's people that support you, there's organizations, people like myself that are here working in the community, here to support you and get you on track. And you can still be healthy, you can still have sex, you can still love someone, you still have the right to be loved as well. And so I just tell people reach out to strong support systems, whether it's your family, your friends, an organization like ours, a counselor, whatever, whoever it may be. But just know that it's not the end of the world, and you're gonna live with it, and you can still be happy. And
so how does Okay, you don't have to say your name, but can you just tell me the story that you just told me?
I was 19. I was attending Harvard University, and I found out I was diagnosed with HIV. Before I was in college, I tend to be with the females more. I didn't really like being aggressive. Wore some of the girl clothes, but it was unisex. I was attracted to the males and females, but I only dated females because society, I knew that they wouldn't accept a black male as a gay man in Harvard. So I didn't want to go that route. But I was found out shortly that I was bi. But I found women very attractive, so I found men attractive too. So to get to the story, I was a freshman in college at the time. I was on my, I think, second relationship, but this time it was a girl. We had already been messing around for a couple of months. When I found out she was cheating on me, so this happened to be the only way I could possibly caught HIV, but I'm about to get to that part. A couple weeks later, I started getting bad fevers, worse than usual. It wasn't just regular cold. I felt as if I was dying. So I went to the hospital, and I was supposed to the campus. They had me in the ER for about 5-6 hours. I had no idea I was diagnosed with HIV. They ran tests on me and pricked my fingers and got my blood in containers and stuff like that. I didn't really know what was going on. I thought I had cancer, but it was very scary. And I had no one there to support me. You know, like I'm just in the hospital by myself. I felt almost as if I was on another planet. I called my parents, or my dad, to say, see, I was afraid to get to my life, man. I thought I was gonna die in just a couple of weeks. I didn't know when I was gonna kick the bucket after hearing that. It was like he was disappointed or ashamed of me. I know he regretted having me as a son. And my mom made it even worse. She did nothing to help me. She just let watch everything go down, you know. But I was ignorant to what HIV was. I didn't know it was a treatment for it. I just thought of it as a icky disease. That when people got it, they just died. I was too scared to tell my friends because I was afraid of their reactions, you know. Not want to be my friends and don't think that they'll catch HIV or AIDS. It wasn't helping me anymore. I don't know. Or be scared to be around me because they would always, you know, thought that they could catch it. I don't know. Why you drinking off me or had me sit on the couch. I was in denial and tried to avoid it. You know what HIV is and always will be my biggest challenge of my life, and it's a big part of my life now. Now that I'm not 22, I'm dealing with it alone. I met a guy who loved me and very much is always there for me, you know. Being HIV positive when I